I'm from Madagascar, and I was born in a place called Trefaldwyn, which means the town, the hill of Ratrim, one of the king in that area at that time. And when I was a child, I used to play a lot in that hill where Ratrim used to live, and it's a nice, very nice woodland. And I was baptized in the local church, the Church of Jesus Christ in Madagascar, and I also joined the Sunday school from young age. My mom was a deacon in the church for over 30 years, and my dad, although he don't sing, he was the head of the choir in the church, and he used to take the choir in different places for a tour, although he don't know how to sing at all, but he's kind of like the one who organized the choir. After my baccalaureate, I studied law for 5 years, and then after that I studied in a special institute to be a lawyer, and I became a lawyer after that. I really wanted to be a lawyer because my dad's little brother was a lawyer, my uncle, and also seeing lots of corruption and lots of bad things happening in our area really pushed me to become a lawyer, and I really want to stand for people who cannot speak, and that pushed me to be a lawyer. And I worked for many years and used to travel around Madagascar for that. There's only about 1,000 lawyers for 26 millions of population in Madagascar. So we were very busy and dealing with all sorts of cases.
So my name is Rebecca. My surname is sometimes a bit tricky to pronounce, so people call me here in Wales Rebecca, and I am from Mizoram, which is the northeast part of India, and I grew up there and finished my school and my universities there. And yes, as a child, when I think back my childhood, one thing that came to my mind, two things. One is climbing trees, which I really enjoyed with my cousins and my brothers. We used to climb and make ourselves a tree house, try to make tree houses, and we often fall from the tree as well. That's my what I can think back. And the other one is that me learning to ride a bike, because Mizoram is very hilly, so it's really either you go really high up or going downwards, and the roads are quite curvy as well. So my brothers, they taught me how to ride a bike. So we went downhill first because it's easier. So they were holding the back, and then when I started to know my balance, they released me without me knowing that they released me. And then from up there, oh, you're on your own now. And I got panic and I went inside the drain. So those things are quite funny things that I can think about as a childhood. So with my university, I studied psychology. So I finished my master's, and after that I was working in a Presbyterian hospital as a counselor for HIV/AIDS. So I was happy and really enjoyed my job. It's not only for HIV/AIDS, but I was involved with people with substance abuse as well. So we worked closely together. It was nice. And then I got a call to be a missionary through the Council for World Mission. So in 2003, I left Mizoram to Madagascar, and I worked in Madagascar through the Council for World Mission for 8 years, working in an orphanage and also helping the same HIV/AIDS project that the church were running at that time. And really, really lovely time, 8 years down there in Madagascar. To be able to work in an orphanage is a privilege, to see lots of sad stories, who doesn't have any family at all, that we were there in order to help them was really, really moving, and I'm really pleased that I'm able to help in some way. I got Miara. I met Miara in Madagascar, it was quite funny when we met, and I did not speak much Malagasy at that time, and Miara doesn't speak any English at all, so it was quite a challenge to try to communicate, but we managed, it seems, since we were still together until now. So we got married in 2007, and now we have 2 girls, Hannah and Seren. Seren was born here, so that's why she's called Seren. Hannah is 14 and Seren is 8. So in 2011 we came to Wales. So I was still a partner in mission through the Council for World Mission, and Miara left his job to go inside the mission field. So we went, we left, the 3 of us, with Hannah. At that time she was 2.5 years old. And we arrived in Penrhys to work at Llanfair Uniting Church. Penrhys is in South Wales in the Rhondda Valley, and we worked there for 8 years. Miara was a full-time volunteer, and then I was the partner in mission. And then after that, my term to be a partner in mission came to an end with the CWM, but I'm still a worker from the Presbyterian Church of India, with, like, the Mizoram Synod. So with the agreement with the PCW and the Mizoram Synod, we as Miara and I are employed by the Presbyterian Church of Wales, and we came to Mid Wales to live in Montgomery to be mission enablers, and then that was in 2019 summer we moved to Montgomery. Well, we do everything together, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, at the moment, I'm a student, full-time student, being a candidate for the ministry department. So I'm studying in the Cardiff University and Baptist College. So I'm in the 2nd year. And even Miara is studying as well, but not as a candidate.
Yeah, so I'm a mission enabler, working with 11 chapel in one pastorate, the East Montgomery Shire pastorate, but I'm also helping the presbytery sometimes.
Mm-hmm. And we have coffee mornings every Wednesday. This is quite a blessing, really. We started during the COVID. We do coffee mornings through Zoom, and we continue even if we can meet, but we meet now once a month in the Revival Chapel School room face to face, but the rest of the Wednesdays we do through Zoom.
And we are also involved with 4 Open the Books in our area. We go to 4 different schools, and sometimes it's very fun, and it's very good to get together and then perform in front of the children. And I remember I went to a shop one day, and then I can see these 2 little children talking to their parents and pointing at me, and they were saying, like, that's Jesus. And I was like stunned about it because obviously they saw us performing in their school. So
we always have great fun
yes.
performing and practicing. It's always a blessing for the team as well. Open the Book team are from different denominations. So it's a great way to work together in the community, to visit the schools. And some of us, we don't know each other that well before, but through Open the Book, we've built the friendship together and work together. And we always have great fun as we practice and sharing ideas. And we love to go into the school and produce the Bible stories for the children.
We went to one school and it was during Halloween. So all the children were dressed up as with Halloween costumes. And when we were there, we asked the head if we can have 10 children to be Joseph's brother. So they removed their costume and then changed into dress up as Joseph's brother. And after the Open the Book, we were thinking that maybe because of all this excitement, the children will not remember any of these stories. And then after that, it was half term. And then we went there again after half term. And the head teacher was asking all the children, like, do you remember the last story, the last Open the Book stories? And all the children raised their hands up and telling us in details about the story. And we were so amazed about it because we thought that because of the excitement of Halloween and half term, they would forget about the story, but they remember the story. So that was really good to know. And we really hope that they will remember those stories in their life in the future.
It's an excellent way to bring the Bible stories to life for the children. It gets them involved in the stories, through participation in the audience, making sound effects, and there's also an opportunity afterwards for them to reflect on the Bible's message and to say prayer. So it's wonderful in that way. It brings it to life for them.
100%. I think it's really beneficial for the children. As Mrs. Steer said, not only do they get to learn about the stories, but they get to learn about them in an engaging way and a way that is meaningful for children in today's society. They love it when we say that the Open the Book team are coming in, and they really look forward to the stories and being able to participate, so they're not just sat in the assembly, they're actually part of it. They really enjoy it, and I just think it's so beneficial. I think all schools should bring them in for the sessions. I really do.
Yes, and we also have a Bible study in the pastorate every fortnight. This is also through Zoom. It's more easier for people to join through Zoom, so we continue doing that.
And also we are leading services and leading Sunday schools in the different chapels. And also we are helping the chapels organizing different events for the community. So my vision for the future is to continue to support the pastorate and also the 11 chapels and the presbytery, and supporting them and helping them, enabling them to reach out their communities and maybe do more open the book in different schools, and also enabling the chapels in the services using technology.
Well, being a candidate for ministry, I'm hoping that after my studies, maybe one day I'll be ordained. So my vision would be wherever I am to serve God and His people.